Hello everybody, my name is Tatiana Payanok, and together with my colleagues Alexey Kalivoshko and Vladimir Krajewski, we conducted a research on the subject of assessment of factors influencing the volume of personal income tax revenues. So, in 2019, the volume of tax revenues in the consolidated budget of Ukraine amounted to 1,050.9 billion hryvnias, which is almost 90% of the total. The main source of tax revenues is three national taxes, which in 2019 accounted for almost 45% of the total amount. Individual income tax, that is 25.7%, corporate income tax, that is 10.04%, and value added tax, that consists of 9%, take precedence. In conditions of instability, there are more cases of tax evasion, whereas legal and illegal payments are minimized. Therefore, the assessment of the factors of positive impact on the receipt of tax on personal income will improve the planning of its volume for the future. By means of IBM Statistical package for the social sciences software product, statistical analysis and time series analysis has been carried out. The applied analytical program Statgraphics was used for conducting correlation and regression analysis. A qualitative regression model was built, which is indicated by the Fisher criterion 107, that is significant, p equals to 0. By 96.79%, the resultant feature depends on the selected factors, and by 3.21% of other values not used for the model construction, taking into account the error. The model has no autocorrelation calculated Darwin-Watson criterion 2.05. Standardized regression coefficients allow the measurement of impact through a relative value. Thus, in 2018, the first place is occupied by the demand for a labor force, that is 1.2, the second position by the income of the population, 0.33, the third by the average number of permanent population, 0.28. The outsiders are the number of employed population, 0.08, and the average monthly salary, 0.10. The obtained model, according to the data of 2018, indicates that the development of industry in the domestic market increases the supply of employers and restrains the outflow of labor abroad. Salaries have a low impact, although they are the main source of taxation. Personal income has shown a much greater impact, indicating that the population receives different types of income, which are also taxed. Correlation analysis showed that personal income tax revenues are not affected by the unemployment rate, consumer price index, and the number of informally employed people. It should be noted that the number of informally employed people in the regions of Ukraine is 22.4%. Employers do not collect tax from these citizens, and the budget loses money, so there is no connection. In a period of stability, the income tax of individuals is affected by income, wages, and the number of permanent residents of Ukraine. During the period of hostilities in the east of the country, the priority is the demand for labor, the second position is the income of the population, and the third is the average permanent population. Thus, the political crisis led to inflation. Both employers and the population were negatively affected. These events have led to labor migration outside Ukraine in search of a decent wage. Thank you for your attention.